Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Arsenal 101 on YouTube and Facebook. On my own today, currently. I may be joined by some guests, but we're here to watch the Arsenal game. Arsenal at home to Sevilla. So we're having trouble streaming to Facebook. Stream is ended or deleted on Facebook. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just trying to work out some of the technicalities, so to speak. I see we've got a couple of people in the house already. Please say hello if you're there. I believe you're on YouTube if you are. As yet, of course, we've got half an hour before the game. Just about to see if there's a team sheet being put out. Yeah. Yep, we do. So I'm just going to load up the team sheet. Also, I've actually put the team sheet in their traditional red and white, but I do believe that we are playing in our new pink kit today. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. Welcome along to the watch along. Obviously, we've got a little while before the game starts, so I'm just loading up some content. Hopefully this won't take too long. So there you can see me. It's just slightly left and right of the picture. I was hoping that I'd be able to move the picture to the side, but not working for me. I have to try that one another time. Is Apollo in the house? Because I seem to... Nope. So news coming out of Arsenal today. Not really sure what's happened with the Facebook. I'm not really sure what's going on with the Facebook page, so just gonna have to leave that for now. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the team, shall we? Oh, news! I was saying news coming out of Arsenal. Effectively, Martin Odegaard has been named captain. We're delighted to announce that Martin has been named our new men's first team captain. Bear with me a second, guys. Which is fantastic news. I mean, there's not many other people I would have given the captaincy to. Kieran Tierney, perhaps, but we all know that he's quite injury prone. So yeah, quite happy to see Martin Odegaard rewarded for his commitment. So here's the team for today. I'm just going to try and see if there's anything coming up by way of an early stream. I'm not even sure if it's been shown on any other platform bar Arsenal TV. If anyone wants to join me to have a conversation, I'm going to post into the comments. The link to join me.
This is America's most racist.
So yeah, as I can see, it says hit the like button, people. I think that's Apollo. I don't know where he's texting from, how, but I see it says big fan of Odegaard. He'll lead this team into a new era. So I'm assuming that's Apollo, who is currently in Hungary for the Grand Prix. So let's see this team then, shall we? you want to come in, Apollo? How you doing, pal?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, guys. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah,
I think I heard a car just zoom past you.
yeah, we're in first practice at the moment, and it is thundering. It's raining. It's all coming down at the moment. So yeah, it's crazy, man. So we're in the tent, just trying to chill out. Guys, say what's up, everybody, man. Say what's up, guys. Shout out to everybody.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to say, really happy about the news with Odegaard. It's something that I'm happy with because he's bringing back those values back to the team. And what we need right now is a leader like a young Tony Adams, someone who's going to take us into a new era that can be the captain for the next decade. And I think it's the right thing to do. He's squeaky clean. He's got that relationship with the fans. He's vocal on the field. And I just love the choice. So I'm happy that's out of the way. Man.
Excellent.
But in terms of the team sheet, I think it's kind of what we saw again against Chelsea. That's probably going to be the team that starts against Palace on Friday night. So, yeah, man, I'm all for it, man. Looking forward to seeing you guys smash the game today, smash it up. And I'll try and link up and get the feeds from you guys while I'm at the circuit today. But, yeah, very difficult because the weather's so bad over here, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, I
so
hope you have a good weekend.
yeah, will do, man.
Enjoy. I'm glad to see you're flying the colours.
Always. The amount of people that stop me is unbelievable, mate. The amount of people that stop me. All right, then, guys. Listen, all the best, everybody. Enjoy the game today, man, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Take care, Apollo.
All right, nice one.
So yeah, guys. I think one of the most interesting things I would say about the team sheet is the inclusion of Thomas Partey, because there's anyone who's not been putting their head in the sand over the last 48 hours will realise he's been accused of some quite heinous acts, which could affect him mentally, and certainly I'm sure Arsenal in a bit of a predicament in terms of how they deal with the situation. So far they've made no comment about it, but you know, we just have to wait and see. So who can we see in the house already? So I see Bullion's on Twitch. What's good 101? Bullion's on Twitch. Odegaard is the captain we needed. Gary says Odegaard is the right choice. Big up to Apollo again. Gary's saying he's got zillions of channels. He can't find a stream anywhere. So that would not be unusual, Gary, because generally the streams tend to start right on the minute that the game is about to start. So don't expect any pre-show. I'm just seeing what I've got by way of feeds on mine. Obviously, if I can't find a stream, then it kind of leaves us in a hole. But yeah, as you said, Bullion's Partey is a surprise inclusion. Something else. What's up, Tone? Hope you're well, my friend. if you're available this afternoon, then please come and join me. Just posting the link in the chat. Other news this afternoon or this morning came in that officially Nuno Tavares has joined Marseille on loan, which, you know, I think that will be a good move for him. It's very interesting because we provided Marseille with two left backs one season after the other. Kolasinac one last season, and now Tavares. Marseille are making some big moves in the transfer market this summer. So obviously the fact that they finished second in their league and now will be competing in the Champions League means that they're going to be very adventurous going forward. I'm just going to see if I can find out who else they've bought this summer. If I'm not mistaken, did they go for Edison Cavani? Okay, so Nuno Tavares Nuno will wear number 30. Actually got the picture with the shirt. Jordan Veretout to Marseille. Alexis Sanchez in discussions to go to Marseille, is in advanced talks. That would be an interesting move for Alexis. Also, rumours of Arthur Okonkwo, our young goalkeeper, is set to join Crew Alexandra. I try not to get too caught up in the transfer gossip, but clearly there's a lot going on at the moment. Yeah. Hi, 18. How you doing? I'm only just ad-libbing at the moment because I'm busy trying to find the game, which kicks off in about 5 minutes. It's all very quiet. If anyone knows any links or what channel it's being shown, do drop it in the comments. Tony's doing transfer daily. Never thought I'd see the day. Unbelievable. The match Lalabadu will not be shown on this stream. We will not be showing the match. We will be watching the match, but we will not be showing the match. If anyone has a link and wants to post it into the chat, please do so. I don't use those links. I use IPTV. So I'm just going through my setup currently, trying to find if it's on one of my channels, of which there are several. Normally his goal is a good source for match data. Just a couple of minutes from kickoff. Still struggling here at this end. Apparently there will be a minute's applause for Jose Antonio Reyes in the 9th minute. So one of the streams I've got come says, okay, I think I've got it now. So one of the streams says live coverage starting soon. It's just got a cover. But the other one, which I have, shows the sprinklers on the pitch. There were still people on the pitch. The sprinklers are on. Looks like the crowd are waiting for the team to come out. It might just be a delayed stream. My glasses, just can't see that far. Good afternoon, Alex from Cannon Fodder TV. Let me get rid of this banner. Let me just talk through this team again. So Ramsdale at the back in the goal. Ben White, Gabriel, William Saliba, Zinchenko, Granit Xhaka, Partey, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Jesus. As I said, on the 9th minute, we do expect a round of applause in appreciation of our former number 9, Jose Antonio Reyes, of whom I was able to meet several times back in the day. Tone, you'll remember when I used to go back into the Players' Lounge at Highbury. And Jose was always very willing to have a semi-conversation, not the greatest of English, but sufficient to say hello, how are you? And with my little bit of Spanish, me llamo Antonio. We had the same name, Antonio. And he was a very pleasant man to talk to, even if it was just for a fleeting moment or two. But I did, as I said, I used to attend the VIP Players Lounge on a regular basis at the old Highbury with my Arsenal connections, and used to meet him regularly. 18 says, no way Xhaka starts if Tierney is fit. So I assume you mean that, therefore, you would expect to see Zinchenko move into midfield as he plays that role for Ukraine, and Tierney to return to left back slot. That's definitely an option. However, I would not be surprised to see Granit Xhaka continue to maintain his place in the midfield, because we all know he's a favourite for pretty much every manager who's ever managed him, whether that be Arsene Wenger when he originally purchased him, or here we go. So the feed has literally just started. So kickoff looks like it's delayed. Well, we're not that late.
Stood between them and those bragging rights are Sevilla. It's the Andalusian second Emirates Cup appearance after their runners-up finish back in 2017. Valencia victorious 3 years before. It's still the only Spanish club to have lifted silverware in it.
Vishal, if you want to join us on the stream and have a chat, can you just give me a thumbs up? Okay, yeah, we seem to be syncing. So I've actually got two screens running the game live currently. Or what is the preamble to the game? They're just showing the crowd at the moment. So lots of sunglasses in the crowd. Nice sunny day at the Emirates. Crowd building. It's not a complete sellout by the looks of things, or there could just be huge crews outside. So if you have an IPTV stream, you can find it on DAZN 3. DAZN 3 is currently showing the game. The players are walking out the tunnel. Oh, they are wearing red and white. I thought they were going to wear the pink. It's great to see William Saliba. So I got two sources. If you're interested, if you want to watch the game, you can go on Twitter and you can just join this live stream of the game, which is on, I don't know if I can say it, but if you look up Arsenal Sevilla, on Twitter, there is a live stream of a game with a channel that has a Premier League logo with the bright blue background. Bright blue background logo. There is currently Arteta and the manager of Sevilla holding tops of Jose Antonio Reyes. He was a number 10 for Sevilla, number 9 for Arsenal. Great sign of respect for a great player. I used to really enjoy watching Jose. Scored some great goals in his time. Arsenal wearing that nice black tracksuit top on top of their red and white kit. The black tracksuit top obviously reflects the black kit. It's nice, looks nice. Might have to purchase one of them as well at some point in time. But of course, I do, of course, own the black kit. Which is there, of course. Oh, let me take this off. Very nice indeed. So, subs bench. Let's talk about the subs bench. Bellerin, Nketiah, Maitland-Niles, Holding, Suarez, Pepe, Pablo Mari, Lokonga, Reece Nelson. Where's the goalkeeper? So in fact, I can see that on Twitter now. There's a couple of streams going on live. So Arsenal are in there red and white. Yep, thank you, Gary. The zone 3, as I mentioned earlier, if anyone so a minute's silence and appreciation of our ex-manager and player Terry Neal, who passed away a day or so ago, and also yeah, that's it. No one else has passed. I think someone else had passed. May not have been football related. Nice sign of respect there for Terry Neal. Gary says we've got a very strong bench. Matt Turner is on the bench, and so is Alex Runnison. Interesting. Why you'd need 2 keepers on the bench, I don't know. Cedric Bellerin, Mari, Holding, El Neni, Maitland-Niles, Lokonga, Marquinhos, Pepe, Nelson, and Nketiah. So we probably expect to see that team change around halftime, between halftime and the 60-minute mark. So we've started 43 seconds into the game. It's the usual look in terms of where players are placed. Saka wide right. Jesus up top on his own. Martinelli wide left. Martin Odegaard central attacking to the right, and I'd expect Xhaka to be central attacking to the left. Thomas Partey sitting, holding. Good defending from Arsenal. Moving it around nicely. Attacking down the left flank now. Martinelli using his fleet-footed. Oh, tried to pass an inside ball into Zinchenko. Broken up. Press is good. Handball. Handball by an Arsenal player. Accidental, if you ask me, but it means that Sevilla get a little reprieve from the pressure from Arsenal. Once again, Gabriel Jesus causing Sevilla to have to move the ball very quickly. The press is good from Martinelli. Dipak, if you're wanting to watch the match, if you have an IPTV, then you can watch the game on DAZN 3, channel 3 of DAZN. If you don't, Ben White defending well. Oh, good feet from William Saliba. Oh, given away by Thomas Partey, unusually. If you don't have it, if you don't have a feed there, then go on to Twitter and type in the search bar Arsenal Sevilla. Scroll down a few and you'll see there are at least 2 or 3 streams live currently. Anthony says, new era family, we have a captain to take the club forward. We should be entertained. Just getting a little snack. Arsenal pressing on the outside of the Sevilla goal area, down on the right hand side. Broken up. Gabriel Jesus showing some good footwork, but took on one too many and got dispossessed. Strange situation occurred there. Oh, strange situation occurred there. For some reason, Gabriel ended up being the right centre midfield. Not really sure why. Patrick, if you are looking for the game and you have IPTV, it's on DAZN channel 3. If you don't have IPTV, oh, chance for Saka, and he's knocked off the ball. What's that? It's a penalty. Saka's just been bundled over in the box. He protected the ball with his body. The defender, number 4 for Sevilla, came in with a rather industrial challenge, bundled him over, and a penalty has been given. Nice ball from Odegaard into, oh yeah, definite push. And that's all about protecting the ball. If you protect the ball, the player cannot come through you to get near the ball. He didn't even make an attempt to get the ball. He just literally bundled Saka to the floor. So penalty's been given. We're at 8 minutes and 38 here. DAZN, DAZN. If you've got IPTV, DAZN. If you haven't, then go onto Twitter on your phone or on iPad or whatever kind of device, tablet you may have. Go onto Twitter and type in Arsenal space Sevilla and search, and you will see there are 3 or 4 streams of the game being played. Looks like Saka's got the ball in his hand, ready to take the penalty. So he's won the penalty and he's going to take the penalty. Hopefully you heard what I just said. Casey. Saka getting ready to step up. Little step. And he's hit it home. 1-0 to Arsenal. He went to the goalkeeper's right, which was his left. It didn't go in the corner. That to me would be a bit of a worry. If the keeper goes the right way, he saves that. I know he gives the goalkeeper the eyes, but I'm not a fan of players placing it in that part of the goal. If you're going to go low and hard, it's got to be into the corner. It's got to. The ball should hit the side netting. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with Saka taking penalties. Guys, tell me in the chat, what is your feelings towards Saka taking penalties? I personally am not a fan. Obviously, that party was dispossessed in the middle. Sevilla had numbers on the counter-attack, but alas, the ball through to the player was overhit and it goes out for a goal kick. Ben White was dispossessed. Yeah, Ben can't be doing that in that position. Saka's in again. Oh, failed to deliver. He very quick counter attack from the goal kick. Again, it's Martin Odegaard playing the perfect ball into Saka in loads of space in the box. And he's got to find the right pass there. You know, he's got to cut that back to somebody, but he ends up playing it straight into the feet of the returning defenders. Two of them who are in front of him. But if he lifts his head up, takes a touch, you know, he could find Martinelli, who's coming in on a run into a spare spot on the edge of the area. Definitely something for him to improve on. Nice ball from Gabriel. Oh, what a goal. Gabriel Jesus scores number 2. And again, Martin Odegaard is part of that build-up to the goal. Picking the ball up in the inside left-hand channel of the goal. Picking his head up. Looking and not just playing the ball blindly into any player. Great ball from Ben White out to Gabriel Jesus, who runs in, actually picks up Martinelli. Sorry, it wasn't Odegaard, it was Martinelli. Yeah. Oh no, it was Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka played the ball into a dangerous area. Yeah, Granit Xhaka played the ball into a dangerous area near post for Gabriel Martinelli. Keeper makes a good save, but can only tap it out to the feet of Gabriel Jesus. And he does what he does so well, finishes it with a plum. 2-0 Arsenal. Big up Pro Lover in the house. And very fitting that goal was scored in the 9th minute. Or was it the first goal was scored in the 9th minute? As Gary says. 9th minute, there was an applause in the stadium for Jose Antonio Reyes, who played for both clubs. We look bright and breezy, full of life. Yes, Gary, I agree. This is a great start. Playing the ball around very quickly. A foul just there. Oh, it's 3-0. 3-0 to Arsenal. So busy looking at another great ball from Martinelli into the feet of Gabriel Jesus, and he does it again. A free kick was awarded, quickly played out to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli into Jesus. Keep getting that wrong because I like Apollo. I'm accustomed to using the Spanish pronunciation of Jesus, which is Jesus, but of course it's the Portuguese pronunciation, which is Jesus. Ball into the box, and there to finish from Martinelli's cross is Jesus with a nice finish. 3-0 in literally 15 minutes. Arsenal looking rampant, boy. And again, the press is high, very strong. Sevilla finding it difficult to get the ball out of their half. How good is this? I mean, literally, Ben White is in their half, picking the ball up. Okay, Sevilla are on the attack now. Down the left flank, down their left, our right. Good defending from Williams Saliba. And also win the throw. That's got to be another foul. Yep. Excuse me, hiccups. Another foul by the same player. The number 19 for Sevilla on Saka. Because they can't get to the ball, what they're doing is they're just running into him. So free kick to be taken by Martin Odegaard. Just outside the penalty area on the right-hand corner of the box. Usual suspects, centre backs are all forward. We're on 17.5 minutes. And then again, danger for Arsenal. Odegaard is standing over this. So is Martinelli, was that? Ball headed out. This drops to the feet of Gabriel. Not Gabriel. Jesus in a tight area. And hit up and easily collected by the goalkeeper from a clearance. Well, a tackle clearance from Gabriel Magalhaes. Oh, what a mistake. It's 4-0. Saka scores his second for the afternoon. 4-0. The goalkeeper played the ball out. It was short. Saka picked it up in the goal and just delivered it straight back into the goal. 4-0 on 18.5 minutes. Saka with the goal. This is unbelievable football. This is unbelievable football. Sevilla under pressure from the Arsenal press, and basically the goalkeeper just did not see, as he tried to play a pass out to his right back, that Bukayo Saka was right on him, and Saka read the pass and intercepted. First time hits it with his right foot and actually goes through the goalkeeper's legs. Goalkeeper all at fault for that one. 4-0 to Arsenal. Are we entertained? We must be. So, Sevilla with the first corner. Saliba doing his defensive duties effectively. Corner comes in, collected easily by Aaron Ramsdale. What a ball! What a ball from Aaron Ramsdale. Fully 50 metres. The ball literally to the feet of Gabriel Martinelli from his own goal area. The press once again causes Sevilla in their own half to play the ball out of touch for an Arsenal throw-in. They just can't keep up with the Arsenal press. Gary says Saliba is absolute mustard. He is playing really well. The high press is indeed working very well, Gary. Arsenal have a corner. Again, usual suspects are up. Saka with the corner, headed on. And finally, Sevilla can clear. Great defending from Ben White. Arsenal back on the attack very quickly. But Gabriel Martinelli is caught offside as the pass is fed through to him. Martinelli playing with a strapping on his left hand. That was from an injury he had last week. That was in the game against Chelsea, was it? So Sevilla on the ball. Ball's in their back four, in their own half, trying to find a way to get through this Arsenal press. Spacing's very good. Big long ball cross field. But the cross is sadly poor and goes out for, is it a throw-in or a goal kick? Didn't quite see. This is unbelievable, says 18. Bertram said Arteta deserves a 10 this pre-season. Maybe now Tony will agree. Yeah, I would have to say he's very high. Can I say it's a 10? Wow, I mean, on this performance so far, absolutely. This team, this 11 is superb. Foul by Saka leading to a Sevilla free kick. He actually wins the ball though. Dubious penalty. Dubious penalty. It's not a penalty. It's a free kick. Dubious free kick. Anthony Roberts saying Arsenal going to win. Arteta's going to win his first Emirates Cup. Well, won his first Florida Cup as well. I don't take anything into these pre-season cups. It means nothing. But what does mean something is the quality of the football that we're being shown at the moment. Clearly, Arteta has the players that he wants, and they are performing at a very, very high level. Winning the ball back very quickly. Odegaard is so good at just reading a first-time ball. He's so good at it. Martinelli down the left into Xhaka. Xhaka loses the ball. That was always going to be a problem. When you play the ball into Xhaka in a tight space, he's not the best at it. If you give him the ball in loads of space, he's not bad at finding a decent pass. The problem is in that high CAM, central attacking midfielder type role, which he finds himself in, he's not very good at playing with players very close around him. Sevilla are on the attack, pressing Arsenal, but Arsenal defend well. Ball retained by Sevilla, coming down the right flank. Ball into the box, cleared by William Saliba. Great to see Saliba barking out instructions from the central defensive position. Throw into Sevilla on the edge of our area. What the hell did Martinelli just do? From his own corner, he found a pass out, and I don't know how he did it. Pressed by Arsenal has led to Sevilla having to play the ball all the way back to their own goalkeeper, and then he's under pressure. Oh, look at that press. Jeez. This is as good a press as I've seen. Saka on the ball. As I said, he's got time, so he's able to find a pass. Ball out to Saka, who's giving his left back all kinds of problems. Plays it out wide to Zinchenko. Zinchenko's cross is blocked and it goes out for a corner to Arsenal. Cool K, big up Tony, watching this on TV with the volume down and hearing Tony's comments instead. Thank you very much for that. Hope you're well. Where is Apollo? Apollo is in Hungary watching the Grand Prix. Obviously, it's qualifying today. He did come on earlier, very briefly, from trackside to say hello. Arsenal could score again here. Oh, body just intercepted from what would have been a hat-trick goal for Jesus. Ball out here. Xhaka finds Jesus. Oh, what was that? So he is human after all. He was in the box following a pass into him from Xhaka. And I'm not sure what he saw, but he ended up playing a very rushed cross to nobody that went out for a Sevilla throw-in. So Sevilla have the ball, still in their half of the pitch, trying to get themselves out from what is, again, a very effective press from Arsenal. Tell you who's having a very quiet game at the moment is Zinchenko. Just because I think Sevilla aren't playing very much down their own right-hand side. Okay, once again, the press forces Sevilla back into their own half. Ooh! Arsenal nearly picked it up from the last man. Back to the goalkeeper. The back two and the goalkeeper are playing a very, very dangerous game. Woo! Press is good. They managed to find a way out. Big up Stan Kroenke in the house, man like Bertram. Hope you're enjoying, my friend, this amazing game of football. Oh, that should have been an opportunity there. Ball played into Sevilla attacker, but his control let him down completely. Ended up ricocheting out to an Arsenal player. Then a follow-up shot misses just by a whisker. So that was actually Sevilla's first and best attack of the game so far. Nice play out by Arsenal. Thomas running through the middle. The passing is superb. Oh! So close to number 5. So close. I cannot tell you how good that football was. Arsenal played the ball right down the middle of the pitch between 3 or 4 players and ended up with a shot that was just literally deflected last minute. But the ball did not go outside of the centre, maybe 10 yards of the pitch. It was played 2 feet from one player to the next player, starting from Aaron Ramsdale into the feet of Thomas Partey, into the feet of, I think, Xhaka. It was just wonderful, the passing, because, you know, they were just playing triangles, triangular passes straight down the middle of the pitch. And it ended up being right in the centre of the goal where Gabriel Martinelli had a shot, very sloppy defending. Front row press just for fun. Very sloppy defending, almost conceded. That's what has to stop. Can't keep giving away goals. Yeah, it was a bit sloppy defending. I see Aaron Ramsdale is receiving a little bit of treatment on the pitch at the moment. Not sure what's going on there. Some facial. Not really sure what that is. I'm just seeing a replay of the goals. First goal, obviously, was a penalty to Saka. Second goal, Gabriel Jesus. Third goal, Gabriel Jesus. Fourth goal, Bukayo Saka. So while there's some attention being given to Aaron Ramsdale in the goal, it's giving Arteta a chance to bring the troops in for a quick water break and some instructions. Can't really see what he's got to say more than just keep doing more of the same. It's superb. Looks really good. Also gives the manager of Sevilla a chance to try and initiate some kind of change. I mean, I can't imagine what he could have said, but he is in need of some rapid change around in the way they are playing, because they seem unable to deal with the Arsenal press. They're creating very little up front and effectively are not defending very well. I know that this team is a little bit behind in terms of their preparation for their season because it starts a little bit later. But having said that, you know, this is still a very good team. H2O. So after a couple of minutes break, water break, the game resumes. We're at 34 minutes into the game. I don't know if the clock stopped during that water break. Yes, Saliba. Defensive header. Ooh. Sevilla on the attack down there right, our left. Cross comes in, very high cross. Great control from Ben White to just chest the ball back down to very high ball, but Ben White had it controlled, chested it down to Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal now back on the attack. Ball at the feet of Saliba. Left foot ball from Zinchenko into the feet of, or close to the feet of Gabriel. Just like that. Zinchenko's ball was beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, man. Can't tell you how excited I am, guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Some of the passing is just superb. Corner to Arsenal. Pushed out by the goalkeeper. Very good and dangerous crossing from Gabriel. Second crossing. Gabriel was doing, Magalhaes was doing so high up the pitch from the ball out from Aaron Ramsdale. So Sevilla in possession of the ball. It's in their back four. Struggling to find a pass out. They don't know where to go. And then here comes the press. And it's back in their back four again. Okay, midfielder drops deep. Can he find a pass out? Looks like he's struggling. Back to their left back. Oh, that's a nice ball into the centre forward from the left back. Comes out wide left. Ball into the area. Is going nowhere, but there's been a foul in the process. Looks like a blocking foul. So free kick to Sevilla, about 10 yards outside the penalty area. If anyone wants to join in the stream, oh, I'll post the link again. Zinchenko into Xhaka. A foul on Xhaka. Arsenal tearing Sevilla a new arse. Certainly are. Edge of the area for Arsenal are attacking. Foul again on Bukayo Saka. They can't handle him. They really can't handle him. Footwork superb. Little step over was there, but yeah, they just couldn't. They can't deal with him without fouling him. Martin Odegaard left foot to take the free kick. It's probably in line with the penalty spot. No, it's a little bit further out. Edge of the area. Ball in. Go! Oh! Thomas Partey with a header from right in the middle of the area. If he places it anywhere more to the left or the right, it's a goal. It should be a goal, in all honesty. He plays it right into the feet of the keeper. Sevilla now trying to get out their area from the press. Struggling and losing it. And once again, Arsenal are off. Thomas Partey with the ball. Zinchenko. Oh, an errant ball from Zinchenko, a rarity. You can see what he was trying to do, though. Sevilla's attack very quickly broken up. Arsenal back on the attack again. Ball with Thomas Partey. Into the feet of Saliba. Returns it to Thomas Partey. Off we go again. Ball out to Saka. Saka attacking his right back. Loses it, but it falls to Martin Odegaard. Into Xhaka. Now the ball's on the other wing. Oh! Twice in a row the ball's hit. Both times straight at the keeper, unfortunately, though. Arsenal again creating superb movement outside the area. Shot from Gabriel Jesus, and then followed up by another shot by Martin Odegaard, both saved by the keeper. The second one palmed out for a corner. And the overhead kick is attempted by, from the resulting corner, goes out for a goal kick from an attempted overhead kick. I'm not sure who that was by. But once again, that's offside. No, not that player. Yep, that player is offside. Was it Granit Xhaka tried the overhead? Yes, it was. Got that all wrong, but at least it counts as an effort. An off-target effort, but hey. Gary says Zinchenko dropping into centre midfield. That's his role for Ukraine. That's where he plays for Ukraine. So that makes sense. And bearing in mind that there's very little happening attacking-wise down the right-hand side for Sevilla, which is our left, it makes sense that he's pushing up and causing mayhem down that left. He's playing literally as a wing-back. I can see him right now holding the very wide left possession. He's literally on the touchline. While he's on that touchline, Granit Xhaka comes in as a little bit more defensive positioned midfielder. Ball being played around the Arsenal back. Just looking for that opportunity to push it through the lines. Saliba into Gabby Martinelli. Arsenal just poking the ball around, just trying to find gaps. Sevilla obviously tidied up a little bit in terms of their positioning. They are getting closer to Arsenal in terms of defending. I mean, there was some times when it was just way too much space. Clearly, that little water breakers allowed the manager to tell them to shore it up a little bit in terms of that. So Arsenal are having to play the ball in very tight spaces right now. But they're retaining possession well. There's good movement going on. And then they go for the release ball over the top. But the defender is able to clear from the on-running Gabriel Jesus. And it's a throw to Arsenal. Again, tight space play. And again, another throw to Arsenal. Which Xhaka will take. No, he won't. He'll pass it on to Zinchenko to take. It's all very tight down there. Literally. Yeah. Arsenal doing really well in terms of being able to retain the ball in very tight spaces and find very small triangles. We're at 45 minutes and there's only 1 minute left. Somehow I've dropped one of my streams, so my game clock for one of my streams is up. Should have been a goal there to Martin Odegaard, saved by the keeper. After pressing for that fifth. Sevilla just cannot get out of their own area. They win a free kick. That should be the last bit of action as we approach half time. That's it. So half time, if anyone wants to join me, I'll put the link again in the chat. So 18 says Bertram, Xhaka is a passenger, according to Tony. Did I actually use those words, a passenger? What I did describe in terms of Xhaka's play, that's Granit Xhaka, is his inability to perform well when really surrounded tightly by a defending player or a midfielder. If you give him the ball in plenty of space, he'll find a pass. But if he's under pressure, and towards the end of the half, there were points where Arsenal were playing in very small, tight circles. Granit Xhaka can be found wanting in that kind of play. But I can't complain about his play today. He's moved the ball well. He's had a shot, albeit an overhead kick. He's delivered some good passes. But he is, to me, I can't wait to see somebody the likes of Fabio Vieira given an opportunity in that position. Also, we all know that Zinchenko can operate in that centre midfield role from the left. So it will be interesting once Tierney's back what Arteta decides to do. So game is at halftime now. Arsenal 4-0 up. Goals two from Gabriel Jesus, 2 from Bukayo Saka. And it's been very, very entertaining. If you haven't done so, guys, hit that like button. So yeah, I mean, what an amazing half of football. I wonder when. Arsenal Arteta will decide to make some changes. He's got some decent players on the bench to have a look at. The one that I would most notably like to see given time would be Pepe. Because he to me represents the next winger. Interesting. I wonder what's going on with Emil Smith-Rowe at the moment, because he's not on the bench. Has he got a knock? Let's have a look. So, looking at pictures from this week, Tomiyasu, Smith-Rowe and Vieira are back in full training. Smith-Rowe is at the game. So, guys, in the chat, talk to me. Who would you like to see come on? Obviously, you can hopefully now see the list of substitutions available to us. Turner, Runason, Cedric, Bellerin, Mari, Holding, El Neni, Maitland-Niles, Lokonga, Marquinhos, Pepe, Nelson and Ketia. The two names that stand out like a sore thumb, obviously, in Ketia. And for me, I'd like to see Pepe. I'd like to see him get 45 minutes. I really would. Because I think it's a confidence issue with Pepe. And if he can come on, score a goal, create an assist, I think that would just give him some confidence going forward. And we know what he can do. You know, a lot of fans are falling out of love with Pepe. I'm still convinced there's a good baller in there. And considering the options, if you look at our options from the bench, you'd be looking and saying, well, who would play wide if Saka comes off? If you're choosing Reece Nelson over Pepe, you're mad. Yeah? If you're picking Marquinhos over Pepe, you're mad. If you're picking you can't pick anybody else to play right wing. You could put Gabriel Martinelli there and switch something like pushing up Zinchenko up into the left midfield role. So you could end up with Martinelli and Zinchenko playing the two attacking midfielders. You could, of course, play Emil Smith-Rowe. But I'm sorry, all of those options to me are not as good as a Pepe. What's this disagreeing? Xhaka is integral to the team. He's not integral. He's not. I mean, I'm not a Xhaka basher, but at the same time, we could do so much better than Xhaka. We could do so much better. Xhaka just doesn't have the speed of thought. His brain lets him down when he's under pressure. We've had 5 years of data to know what he has, what he's all about. Saliba is unbelievable. Yeah, I agree. Gary disagrees. That link that I've posted, Gary, allows you to come onto the stream. So you could be sat next to me and we could have a conversation. If you want to, you don't even have to have your camera on, buddy. You can come on and we can have a conversation without your camera. So tap into that link, guys, if you want to have a chat. Where was I? Yeah, extolling the virtues of having Pepe in the squad as opposed to not having Pepe in the squad. You know, look, if you had bought Rafinha, I'd understand letting Pepe go. But right now, I don't see a better wide option than Pepe right now. And bearing in mind what he said, and let me bring that up because I did load that for last week's watch along. I still got it. Oops. Wrong one. I will get there. This is just slightly different to my... there we go. So, Nicolas Pepe, I worked hard during the summer, changed lots of things. I'm focused and determined with Arsenal and my teammates. And that's all we can ask. You know, if he's had to change lots of things, well, what are those things that he's changed? I'll be honest with you. I think he's very badly underperformed in the preseason so far. But I know there's a player there. And because I know there's a player there, I believe it's up to management to do something to try and bring that player out. Gary continues. First half thoughts, we have looked excellent. The pressing, finishing have been first class. One sloppy moment, yep, we all know that one in defence. But apart from that, we have been solid. Saliba is top. That's my guy. He continues, Gary, saying, everyone is comfortable on the ball as well. We have looked solid in possession. Absolutely. 18 says, first half just replicates the Chelsea game last week. Total domination. I agree. We've looked so good. Will that continue in the second half with changes being made? We'll wait to see. Guys, I'd love one of you to jump on. Bertram, I know it's very, very early in the morning there, but if you fancy coming on and having a chat, just giving us your viewpoint of the half so far that you've seen, would love for you to join us. Gary, 18, as I said, you can join without putting your camera on. If you want to, you can just come on and have a chat with myself. That invitation is open to anybody who's watching. I'd like to see Pepe and Nketiah and Suarez. Suarez, yep, I like Suarez. I said it on the midweek chat with Neomis and Apollo that I have no problem with Suarez being our backup right back. In all honesty, I think I'd rather see Suarez than Ben White. Yeah, Ben White to me is not as good a right back as Cedric Suarez is. I'd like to see your views in the chat on that. Who would you rather play at right back, Ben White or Cedric? I personally would go with Cedric. Obviously, my number one choice is Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu all day, every day. But when Tomiyasu is out, I would rather play Cedric. Cedric has grown on me. There's a good player in there who can deliver a ball from the flanks. One of the best, as Apollo often says. I also want to see Sambi. Yeah, I want to see Sambi at some point. Obviously, being 4-0 up, this is a great opportunity to give some of those players more time. But I know what Arteta will be thinking. This is probably the team that will start against Crystal Palace next week Friday, sorry. So he wants that team to be on the money. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the same starting 11 for another 15 minutes, just so that they can get completely gelled and know what they're doing come Friday against Crystal Palace. By the way, belated happy birthday to Emil Smith-Rowe, who was 22 yesterday. Finished last season with 11 goals and 2 assists. Question, guys. What does Emil Smith-Rowe need to do to up the ante and force himself into this team? Could Emil Smith-Rowe play in the role Xhaka plays? Currently got Xhaka on my screen, funny enough. Looks like all the subs are sat down, ready for the start of the second half, and just as expected, no changes at halftime. It's clear to me this is going to be the starting 11 next week, and effectively, Arteta wants to see these guys play under what is proper game pressure, even though Sevilla right now look like a toothless team. Oh, what beautiful football! Oh, Arsenal straight away on the attack and into the final third. Some intricate passing. So we're at 46 minutes. Again, Sevilla struggling to find their way out of the box. Ball at the goalkeeper. It's just the goalkeeper is hating this because he's just watching Arsenal come forward and forward and forward. More players piling forward, and they can't get it out. And lo and behold, Arsenal forced them into a throw-in. So Arsenal have a throw-in in the final third. So even though Arsenal are well ahead, they're trying to work. Oh, nice ball. Woo! Who played that? Was that Zinchenko into Martinelli? I missed it. It was a beautiful ball into a player, into Martinelli's feet in the area. I mean, Martinelli made a run into space and the ball was played onto his feet. Oh, unlucky. So Sevilla again, ball in their back four, moving it from side to side, trying to find options. But again, it goes back to the goalkeeper because they can't see options. Goalkeeper goes long. Food and drink for Saliba. Food and drink for Saliba. The Rock. Martin Odegaard finds a first-time ball like nobody I've seen. I'd like to say like Robert Perez, because Robert Perez could play a first. Oh, that's an awful tackle. Jesus Christ, what is that guy playing at? Number 19 for Sevilla, for the umpteenth time, goes straight through Bukayo Saka. It's a horrible challenge. How does he not get a yellow card? I mean, it's just persistent fouling. That's outrageous. Gary says, I'd rather see Nelson than Pepe. Sorry, Gary, I have to disagree with you. I know a lot of Arsenal fans have lost patience with Pepe, but he's still a better player than Reece Nelson by a country mile. It's not even close. Zinchenko in the middle of the area, pitch. It's nice to see Zinchenko getting a little bit more touches now. Go on, Xhaka. Nice. Into the feet of Gabriel Jesus. Back to Xhaka in the area. Xhaka did well there. Placed it into a really good area. Just nobody read that he was going to place it there. Arsenal back on the attack. Zinchenko definitely playing more advanced now. Oh, and he's off. Go on, Zinchenko. Nice ball. Oh, dummy from Jesus. Or was it a dummy from Martinelli looking for Jesus? Oh, Thomas. Saucy. Numbers on. Oh, that's unlucky. What Thomas just did was ridiculous. He had 3 players around him, and he did some madness of a back heel into Gabriel Jesus. Crowd enjoying that. Meat and drink. Meat and drink. Saliba. The lock cannot be unpicked. Ben White overruns the ball again. Ben White is not the option at right back. I'm telling you now. 18's going to voice exactly the opinion that I feel. Zinchenko needs to play where Xhaka plays. If we can wean our fans off Xhaka, Zinchenko would be the missing link. We don't need to wean the fans off. We need to wean the manager off. That's the problem. The manager clearly sees Xhaka as that option there, when in fact it needs to be Zinchenko. Tony, you have to find a nickname for Saliba. Oh, he's the lock for me, man. When Saliba is playing, the door is locked. Oh, that was a great ball from Sevilla into their striker, and he had an option. He had an opportunity to shoot, but it was blocked by Gabriel Magalhaes, and goes out for the corner to Sevilla. Ooh. Corner comes in. The retreating Sevilla player headers it, but it goes over the bar. Only just, though. Did well to get it almost on target, because he was retreating from away from the area and sort of had to crick his neck to get the ball to go in the direction that it ended up going. Goal kick's been taken, and Arsenal have lost the ball already. Sevilla back in attack. Coming down their right-hand side now. Sevilla just trying to get a few passes on the goal, and then just moving it around. Again, it ends up in their back 4. Xhaka is Arteta's love child. 18 says Ben White or Suarez. As I said, Suarez all day for me. I like Ben White. I think he's decent cover. He's a very good centre back. 50 million though, as Bertram and I both agree, could have saved that by just playing Saliba from last season. We could have gone out and bought another player. Ben White out of position now as they come down Sevilla down the left side. And who's there but Saliba? The luck. If anybody knows Monty Python, Search for the Holy Grail, there's a line that says, "None shall pass." And that is what Saliba is. Ooh! Corner comes in from Sevilla. Is that Morata with the header? It just misses. No, it's not Morata. Then number 4 gets the header. Ooh, bit of a clash up there. Don't know what happened there. Jesus was fouled. Or was it Jesus? No, it wasn't Jesus. Somebody else playing in green boots. Might have been Ben White. Don't know what he would have been doing up there on his own. Oh. Good press from Arsenal. Ends up in a goal kick to Sevilla. They're trying to play the short ball, but again, the Arsenal press is good. Oh, instant pressure. Whew. They got away with that one. They got away with that one. Tone, Pepe isn't cut out for the Premier League. I beg to differ, my friend. I bet if he goes to another team in the Premier League, they're going to have a baller and he will cause a lot of problems. Arsenal playing out. Stray ball from Thomas Partey goes out for a throw to Seville. Pepe has done nothing for 18 months. I wouldn't say nothing for 18 months. Last 12 months were definitely a problem. But let's be honest, Pepe's demise over the last 12 months was because Arteta played Saka all the time. Obviously, Saka had a very good year, was, his best year. But let's not forget, Pepe was having those type of years, year in and year out, for Arsenal. So for you to say that he did nothing for the last 18 months, because if you're counting the previous 6 months, he was good. But I know Pepe divides opinion. Foul on Martinelli on the edge of our own area as he was looking to break out. We can have a convo about Xhaka. A convo or a combo? I think that's meant to be a convo. So yeah, there's the divided opinion about Pepe. I'm definitely Pepe in. Look, if we had a chance to buy Rafinha over Pepe, I'd have bought Rafinha. Go on. You're in. It's offside. How did you get offside there, Martinelli? Should never have been offside. Should never have been offside. Stan Kroenke, a.k.a. Bertram Spence, says Pepe in. Yeah. I'm trying to rationale with some of these guys who are Pepe out. Because quite frankly, Reece Nelson can't carry Pepe's jockstrap. You're in. Go on, Xhaka. Go on, Saka. Sorry. Oh. He's got to do better there. He's got to do better. Gary, great to see you coming on soon. He's getting his makeup artist ready to work her magic. Hope you bring her on too, Gary, yeah? Hope she's a gooner too. More the merrier. So this will be interesting. Gary is Pepe out. I'm Pepe in. So we shall be having a difference of opinion. Arsenal on the attack again. Odegaard into Partey. Partey to Ben White. Arsenal just passing it around at the moment. That's a great ball from Magalhaes into... nice ball. Thomas Partey. Oh! And the shot from Jesus from the edge of the area. He pulls it wide, but it was a great pass in to Jesus to get that opportunity from Thomas Partey. Stan, who aka Bertram, says, I want the free Ivory Coast Pepe who starts over Zaha, not the Arteta shackled, restricted Pepe. Pepe doesn't actually start over Zaha in the Ivory Coast team. I can't remember who that player is that he plays over. Zaha normally plays left for the Ivory Coast, and Pepe plays right. But yeah. Oh, here we go again. Arsenal on the attack. Zinchenko, edge of the area. Great pass. Oh, that should have been a goal. That was put on a plate for Martin Odegaard from Zinchenko. That is what I'm talking about from Zinchenko. The ball on a sixpence into the box for Martin Odegaard. Play anywhere in goal, and that's a goal. That should have been number 5. Martin Odegaard has got to get better at that. He can score more goals. Martin Odegaard should be scoring 10 goals for Arsenal. Oh, nice. Nice. And here we go again. Do something. Oh, come on, Saka. So many options and you miss all of them. So where are we at? We're at 62 minutes. I'd expect some changes pretty soon. Hopefully we'll see Pepe. Here comes Gary. Hey, what's up, big man?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. Just enjoying the show, enjoying the game.
Excellent. Your makeup artist has done really well. Can I say that?
Yeah, I had the quick shave. But no. On a whole note, this is things are looking positive for the season. I feel.
Absolutely.
You know, bit more than previous seasons. I'm very optimistic.
Excellent. So as we speak, Sevilla have a corner. Worked well. Comes to the edge of the box.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you, Tone. I'm on 64 minutes.
Okay. I'm just coming.
So
up to the
if you see me jump out of my chair, you know something's gone. Scored.
That's no problem. I'm accustomed to being a little bit behind everybody. But yeah, Gal, I mean, give us your feelings on what would you do if Bukayo Saka gets injured? Who would you play? Would you rather play Reece Nelson?
I would go to Reece Nelson. Reason being, I think Pepe's had numerous opportunities, and you know what it is. I think if you look at what's happened to Nketiah and Saka and Smith Rowe, they've been given their opportunities and they've grasped it with both hands. And I feel that Nelson is at that stage of his career now where he's ready to take this opportunity. He did mention that when he was at Feyenoord, he spent a lot of time talking to Robin van Persie about certain stuff. And then that shows you that he actually wants to succeed. He's looking for advice from other senior pros that may have finished the game but played at the highest level. And watching him in Chelsea, he done more in the 15 minutes he was on than Pepe done in the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel that he's ready to take his chance now. And I think he deserves a chance, you know?
Yeah.
That's my
We're having
feelings
a
on it. I
war.
just don't think Pepe's cut out for it. He doesn't want to put in the work that Arteta's going to require. You know, if you just want Pepe to stay down one end and get the ball and do whatever, that's his game. But tracking back and getting involved, it's just not in him.
So I'm a beg to differ with you, my friend.
That's fine. You're allowed to do that.
Yeah. So respectfully, I think Pepe does actually track back and he does defend, and he's actually a very good defender. I just think it's one of them skills that he's very unheralded for. I agree with you about his pre-season play. This pre-season, he's not performed. I don't know why. He's been more reserved in his attacking. But I know the guy. I know what he can do. I know he can rinse players for fun. Yeah, and let's not forget 18 goals in his first 2 seasons. So when you say he ain't done nothing in 18 months, I will accept that last year was not a good season for him. And the reason he wasn't a good season for him, he hardly played. And that's because of the kid Bukayo Saka. And Saka had a great year. But let's not forget, 2 seasons prior, Saka was doing jack, scoring 3 or 4 goals, and Pepe was scoring 10s.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can see your point. I can see your point of view, but if you're at the team, it's up to you to get the manager's attention in training, and when you get your opportunity in games, to say, look, I should be the guy here. I should be the guy that's starting. I'm the guy that's going to go win you this game. And even when he's got the opportunity, he just hasn't done that. He just hasn't done that. And that's his attitude.
How did you not jump up at that? That should have been a goal.
I'm on 66 minutes.
What a pass. I'd like to see that again. Thomas Partey chips it up. Lovely. Straight onto the foot of Xhaka, and he misses. What the hell? I mean, how good is Thomas Partey? Oh my God. This is killing me.
Oh, yeah, literally, I've just seen it. I've just seen it just now. I've just literally seen it, Tone. Just literally seen it. Yeah, should have been a goal. But I mean, in the first half, we could have had another 2 or 3.
Absolutely,
you know,
Gary.
if you're being really critical, you could say, you know, when we get into this situation where we're 3 or 4-0 up, let's go and hit the 6s, 7s that the Liverpools and the Cities do. You know, let's go and don't take our foot off the brake. Let's keep going and let's smash them out of sight. You know, that's the first opportunity really of the second half that we've had. But that's being like hypercritical, you know, but that's where we want to get to. The Man Cities and the Liverpools, they hit these teams for 6s and 7s on a regular basis, 5, 6, 7s. That's what we need to do. That's when you go to that level where you think, right, we're not going to settle at 3, we're not going to settle at 4. Let's go and get this job done properly. Because goal difference can make a major part at the end of the season, you know.
Absolutely agree with you. So Sevilla are going to make the first substitution. On the 69th minute, they're bringing on what looks like 3 players at least. I wonder when Arsenal will make a change.
70 minutes is his time, isn't it? He's a 70-minute man, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame because, I mean, I don't care who you bring on instead of Saka, but I just think bring someone else so they can get some decent minutes.
Yeah. See, I think the thing as well with Saka is, I mean, he played a hell of a lot of football last year and he took a battering, you know, getting fouled. And he's still only young.
Summer. Don't forget, he played for England in the summer, so he didn't get a
exactly. You know, so we need to manage his workload a little bit better, I think. You know, don't leave him on for so long. And if the games are won, you know, let's get him out the action.
And let's get someone else to get some minutes and build their confidence instead. You know,
exactly.
That's what
I mean, this game
should be doing right now. And so
this game's done now. You know, up to the 70th minute now. He should be. He should be. No, they start the league next Friday. Let's get the players off and let's get them rested. Make sure all the knocks are catered for. Well, I don't understand what, you know, if he leaves them on now, and it only takes one challenge for Saka to get injured and maybe miss the whole season, or any player, Odegaard, You know,
Look
these
at
are
that ball from
important players that we don't
Zinchenko.
want to do without.
What a ball! Jeez! Zinchenko's ball to Saka is immense. I'm not joking you. I'm super excited about Zinchenko. The guy can play a 40-yard crossfield ball like no one I've seen on this team.
Yeah, I've just seen
playing
that
it
ball now.
around him.
Perfect. Pinpoint. Bang. Just how I used to play, that is.
How good were you, Gary?
I like to think I was all right. I had my professional trials in that when I was 13 and stuff.
Yeah.
For Brighton back in good old 1980.
Is that where you reside
1987.
now still, Gary?
Pardon?
Whereabouts are you, buddy?
I'm in North London, in
Okay.
Fosters.
Okay.
Yeah, so. But, yes. But no, so I coach football now. I coach under 16s and under 18s, under 10s.
Yeah.
So, yeah, gives me something to do, keeps me occupied.
So you should know when I say Pepe defends, you should be able to.
He's not for me. He's just not for me, Tom. Just not for me. I think his defending is lazy at best, and I've seen him a couple of times when he just does. He's just lazy. He's just not wholehearted. He doesn't want to do it.
Oh, what a ball! Oh, saucy football.
What I've been impressed with is our pressing in this whole game. Our pressing has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it hasn't just been 1 or 2. It's been 3, 4s, and 5s.
Is that another penalty? What's he giving there? Why has he stopped the game?
You're ahead of me. So it's probably just going to come up now.
Yellow card for the player. It must be a penalty.
If it was in the box.
Yep, it's a penalty. Saka
what a touch. What a touch by Odegaard.
Yeah.
Are you joking me?
That's what I'm talking about. My guy is balling out. Ouch.
Saka's, see, this is what I mean. Saka's down injured now. Is it a penalty?
Because the player got the ball.
But see, Saka's down injured now.
The player.
But if he's yellow carded the player, it must be a penalty. But this is what I mean. See, now if Saka would have got badly injured from that challenge, what's the point when you're winning 4-0 in a pointless friendly?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In a pointless friendly, what's the point? I don't get it.
Saka is taking his time.
No, that's not.
But he's just
that's not a pen.
Rolling up. He's just now rolling up. He was
Saka's
down for a good 2 minutes.
Saka's took the shot, and as the guys come across him, he's followed through where he's missed the ball. The guy got the ball first, and Saka's kicked the guy. It's never a pen. But it's never a pen. But that could be a serious ankle injury. You know, the impact of his foot going one way while the guy is coming across him.
That's never a pen.
I don't know what the yellow card was for. Maybe it was protesting. Maybe.
I don't get it. He hasn't given a penalty.
No, that's never a penalty in a million years. Maybe
he stopped the game because he saw that there was obviously a player down.
Maybe the yellow card was for Saka. Who knows? I don't know.
But I don't know. Maybe he saw something before that was a legacy yellow card, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe it was a previous foul by that player.
Yeah,
but never a penalty in a million years.
No, never a penalty. So the game goes back on. It wasn't a penalty. We got that wrong. Just seemed really weird that he gave a player a yellow card.
But see, now Saka's limping off.
Yeah.
You know, and this is my point exactly made that I made literally 2-3 minutes ago. 70 minutes. Why are you leaving a player on that's going to be important to our season?
Yeah.
When the game is 4-0, you don't, and they're putting him back on. It beggars belief. It really does. You got 8 substitutes sitting on that bench,
and you can make 5 substitutions.
You know, this is where Arteta lets himself down, and it is rookie. It is rookie management. Yeah, you know, so you're risking players that we can't afford to lose in a game where we're winning 4-0 with 15 minutes to go. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, any kind of hamstring strain or ankle sprain, you're talking 3 weeks. Hamstring 6 weeks. It just makes no sense.
Oh, Thomas. Saucy.
There ain't even no subs warming up, is there?
Oh, Saliba. Oh, Saliba. Oh, saucy.
I've been
Thomas. Look at that ball from Thomas.
You know, it makes me wonder, Tone, whether it was worth sending Saliba out on that loan, or was he this good already?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you now, he was that good already, because the minute he started playing for Marseille last year, I saw a baller.
Yeah, but that French league ain't all that, is it? French league ain't.
But still, class is class, bro.
Yeah, no, agreed. You know, but I've been impressed.
Remember, he played Paris Saint-Germain 4 times in his last year, and they got ballers like Neymar,
True.
Mbappe, yeah, Di Maria. He was balling out against those guys.
Well, he went 1-on-1 with Saliba, didn't he? And outfoxed him. His tackling looks good.
Yeah. And
his covering is decent. You know, he looks like he's the full package.
Oh yes, number 5, it's him. Gabriel Jesus, the hat trick is done.
Sweet. This guy, people were doubting him. You know, he's a part-time bench warmer for City. You know, but in a City rotation squad where you're not playing up front and you're not getting so many minutes a game. I mean, City played without a striker for numerous amount of times last season. When they had Jesus as a striker, it kind of just makes no sense. You know, so hopefully he will thrive in the Arsenal team. So I just see the goal just now. Poacher's finish.
Poach. The guy is a natural born scorer.
Now we'll make about 8 subs.
He has to.
now we've got the 5th of the game secure.
Come on, man. What is he thinking? I mean, I know he wants to get these guys acclimatized to playing with one another on a regular basis, but you know, I just kind of feel like, look, give him 70 minutes and then make some changes. But
me personally, I would have done it after 65 or 60. You know,
so
the game.
Here they come.
Here
come the
it's like,
substitutions.
you know, if the game was like 1-0, then fair enough. But we're winning 4-0.
Yeah.
We was winning 4-0. It doesn't make sense.
So we got Cedric. Zinchenko is the first to come off. Cedric looks like he's going to replace Zinchenko.
El Nenny's coming on.
El Nenny, Pepe, and Nketiah.
You know, what's the point for 13 minutes? It's just ridiculous, man. I'm sorry.
No, but
it is absolutely ridiculous.
You have to.
Yeah, but it should have been done 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
So Thomas is replaced by El Nenny. Pepe is replacing Saka. I'm surprised we're not seeing Sambi. I'm surprised not to see Sambi.
I think Sambi's been playing quite well in this new adopted role.
Yeah.
You know, he scored a very good header the other day, and
yeah,
I think he's a very bright spot for the future.
Definitely, I agree.
But we important players, you know, like El Neni and Holding, Xhaka, you know, they're all important players within the team. I mean, even El Neni and Holding don't play regularly, but when they're needed, they're called upon. They come and do what they do. But they're important on the outside of the squad, on the outside of the match day squad. You know.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this Matt Turner in goal?
I'm not convinced.
I'm the same. I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
I think his positioning is very, very dodgy.
Yeah.
You know, he seems to be always just outside on his 18-yard line a lot of the time, and I don't get it. I don't get why he's there. You know, when the ball is sort of like just in our half, he seems to be on that 18-yard line, and if we give the ball away, he's going to get lobbed.
Yeah,
many times.
Gary, is this your first time on the channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm always in the chat. I'm always in the chat.
I know. But I think it's, I haven't
But I
seen
thought I'd come and help you out.
Time I've seen you, so I like that you've come on and you know you obviously know your football. So
Yeah, I was saying to Apollo the other day. I think it was maybe during the Chelsea game. Maybe during the Chelsea game that I was. I'll come on and have a chat.
Yeah.
You know, but
so we got a free kick coming in from Cedric from the left-hand side. As we know, Cedric has excellent delivery. So this should be interesting. The bookends are up, Saliba and Gabriel.
So who would be your preferred signing in the midfield to replace Xhaka?
Oh, nah. Just placed wide by Gabriel Martinelli from the cross. So to replace Xhaka,
are you Tielemans or SMS?
Tielemans. I'd probably go with. I mean, everybody's talking about this kid. What's his name? Double-barreled name. What's his name, Gary? Help me. He's got a double-barreled name. Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah, Milinkovic-Savic. Yeah, SMS for sure.
Yeah.
He looks 100% baller. I watched him YouTubes and stuff like that, and he looks 100% baller. The guy.
Yeah. So that's the guy. I think if you can get that done, then that's the one. But failing that, I kind of like. I think Cody Gakpo had a good year. I'm not sure if. I mean, he's more of a winger than a centre midfielder. But yeah.
I think when you go to the Dutch league and sign players, I think you take a massive gamble because that league is poor.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, the Dutch league does produce total footballers. You know, let's not knock the Dutch league for the type of footballer it produces.
No, they produce decent footballers. I won't never knock the footballers that they produce.
Decent footballers with me, Gary. Don't go decent footballers. They produce the best footballers in the world. Yeah, come on now.
I'd agree to disagree with you.
Yeah, Kanu.
They produce some extremely good talent.
Do I go? Ronald Koeman,
Glenn Helder,
Frankie De Jong. Yeah.
Hold on, what about Glenn Helder?
I mean, I could go on and on and on. They produce some of the best footballers in the world, historically and currently. There's no doubt. Memphis Depay. Come on. How many more do I have to say, Gary? Come on. The best footballers, technically, that we've ever seen. I ain't going to say there's no other footballer technically as gifted that I've ever seen at Arsenal as Dennis Bergkamp.
I agree, 100% agree. Dennis Bergkamp. Right? I had the pleasure of watching that guy because I used to work at Arsenal. Yeah, I worked at Arsenal from the age of 16.
Okay.
Till we left and went to the Emirates.
Yeah.
So when we went to the Emirates, 2006. So I worked at Arsenal all that way.
Yeah.
For like literally 20 years, I worked at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I had the pleasure of watching that guy and Thierry Henry's and the Perez's week in, week out, every home game, never missed a game. I was there. I went away, you know, and I've tried to explain to my children how I wish they could have seen these guys play.
Yeah.
You know, we were so spoiled watching these players. You know, we were so spoiled watching that Wenger era.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And yeah, Dennis Bergkamp, he was just unbelievable.
The corner doesn't go past the first man. Who took that? Was that Odegaard? So he's definitely getting these guys match ready because some of these guys are playing what looks like the full 90.
Yeah, I think he must know who is capable and who's not.
Nice.
You know, Odegaard looked like he could literally.
No, that looked like a certain penalty. was interestingly Ben White.
Odegaard looks like he could probably play 2 games on the spin and not lose any energy.
Yeah, he has got engine, hasn't he?
But you've got to worry about these little niggling injuries. That's what you have to worry about.
That's a nice ball out.
It certainly looks like Arteta's got his little jigsaw is literally nigh on complete.
Go on, Pepe. Or is that
I
Nketiah?
thought that was a pen.
Oh, it's Martinelli. Yeah, that's what I said. I thought that was a pen. So Martinelli is playing on the right wing, which means Pepe is playing on the left wing.
Pepe hasn't touched the ball yet, has he?
He has now. Here we go.
So he
Go
could
on,
have just
Pepe.
played with
Go on,
10.
Pepe.
I'm just not a
Easy
Pepe
back
fan.
inside,
I was a
play
fan.
safe.
I was a fan when he first came. When we first signed him, I thought it was a great signing. You know, but he just not for me.
But you know, the first. Oh, go on. Oh, nice. Oh, some beautiful football there again. I think we should have scored there. Who should have scored?
Yeah, I think we should have definitely had maybe 2 or 3 more. But you know, that's really nitpicking that, in it, to think we're winning 5-0 and we're unhappy because we haven't got 8.
Yeah.
You know, there's no pleasing some fans, is there? We always want more.
What's pleasing is that we've brought the subs on and the intensity hasn't dropped.
And also, we haven't conceded a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just too many people in that way there. That little goal line melee.
Yeah.
You know, there's 5 or 6 people all in each other's way. No one wants to shoot.
But
Odegaard's feet, unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
His feet, his close ball control is just something to behold,
and the
isn't
way
it?
how he sees that first time pass is just something of beauty.
I think we only got him for £30 million. Is that? That's got to be still of the century, that, isn't it?
Nice, Saliba. Nice, Saliba. Oh, what are you doing? Easy, Ramsdale. An errant pass from Ramsdale brings a little bit of unnecessary pressure.
He's hit some balls in this game, isn't he? Some nice.
You're in. 1-1 for Martinelli. You must score. Lay it on. Go, Freddie. Number 6. Easy.
Eddie trains in the gym. Eddie trains in the gym round the corner from me.
Okay. Easy. Laid on the plate from Martinelli to Eddie, but the ball through to Gabby. Beautiful. Let me see who's. You're probably about to say it. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm just watching it. I'm just watching it now. So
Xhaka
Xhaka played the ball through to Martinelli. Yeah, brilliant defence splitting pass from Xhaka. Great running by Martinelli. And who's there on his shoulder to knock it into the empty net? My man,
That's all
Eddie.
he needs to do. That's all he needs to do.
I was screaming for this guy last season. Me and Apollo were screaming for this guy last season, Eddie. And
here comes another substitution. 2 minutes, you're bringing on Nelson. I don't get it.
Yeah, makes no sense.
There's no point. There is no point in that substitution. It's literally the.
I think it's embarrassing. That's an embarrassing substitution, to be honest.
That's terrible.
That's an embarrassing substitution.
He's actually bringing on 2 players.
That to me is saying to them 2 players that I don't trust you. With 15 minutes to go in a game, we're winning 4-0. I'm going to give you 2 minutes at the end. Now we're winning 6. That's embarrassing to me.
That's terrible. I mean,
makes no sense.
I want to sort of praise Arteta and say, you know, you've had a 10 out of 10. But it's that kind of decision making that just keeps me wondering, like, really, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, do you know what, Tony? I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, you want to turn around and say that on this particular day, everything was perfectly done. But I think his substitutions, especially these two that have just come on with literally 2 minutes to go, have been totally pointless. And I think, you know, you're risking injury to players that are going to be very important to our season in a game that we're already winning 4-0. I just don't understand. 65 minutes, get them off, get them refreshed. You know what I mean? Give them that extra little rest. They're not going to get injured sitting on the bench.
Yeah, the game is now finished. The game is finished. The boys that came on didn't touch the ball. What was the point? I mean, if they got some kind of appearance bonus, I don't get it. It
truly makes no sense to me at all, mate. You know, I think that
was as useless a substitution as I've ever seen in my entire time watching football.
Yeah, I mean, if I was the player there, I would be like, "What's the point?" You know, does a manager trust me this little?
It's point. I mean,
I don't know, but overall, I'd give a 10 out of 10 for performance. You know, every player on the pitch, barring the last two that come on, of course. But you know, 10 out of 10. The pressing, the finishing was great. We've scored 6. Could have had 8, 9. Defending was top class. Saliba, excellent. Ramsdale's distribution, fantastic. The manager side, I'd give him a solid 8 for today. It would have been 10 had he made substitutions a little bit earlier, rather than risking injuries to players that we really don't want to lose for a sustained period of time.
Yeah.
No, but
so yeah, I'm just keeping my eye on Saka. He's walking okay.
I just think what I was impressed with from the start, and I think I mentioned it in the chat, was the bench. Last year we had, especially after January, we had literally kids on the bench, and this time we've got a strong bench there that players that I would say, you know, you can trust to come on, and the team may be weakened slightly, but not going to be weakened a lot. You know, so that was maybe Bellerin's going to go. I do hope Nelson stays, because I think he could play a big part this season. So literally, we've got 2 players for every position, and that's what all the best squads have. I'm
gonna be honest with you. I hope Nelson goes. I hope they get some money for him. So, I'm gonna bring up a picture that I loaded up last week for my show, the midweek show, of players who I see as being fringe players that Arsenal can now say, do you know what? It's time to go.
I think Nelson could play a big part this year. I really do. I think he's loan. I think the fact that he played in the friendly against Brentford the other day and he's played here today, maybe that's why certain players haven't got a run out today. Because don't forget, there was a behind closed doors friendly against Brentford.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why, like, Nelson and Sambi played the full game Marquinhos played the full game in that game. So maybe that's why they haven't been given too much time today.
So, so let's look at this list of players.
Mari, I'll drive him wherever he wants to go.
I don't know why he's on the bench today.
Yeah, I'll drive that guy wherever he wants to go. Not a problem. I'll jump in my car now, I'll pick him up, take him wherever he wants to go.
I don't know why he's on the bench. I would rather have seen an under 23 player on the bench than Mari.
Yeah, that's a waste of a space.
Yeah. Bernd Leno. I mean, there's another name I have to throw in the hat. Alex Runarsson. Why is he on our bench?
Why is the guy still even there at the club? Why is he even still at the club? He played one game, was totally useless, and got farmed out somewhere, was totally useless there.
Yeah.
You know, just pay up his contract and say, thank you very much, goodbye.
I mean, I don't know. maybe he's done something in his year away and in pre-season, but that's a player I don't know why he's at Arsenal anymore. The next player is Hector Bellerin. I don't know why he's on our bench today. I'd rather you had a youngster and said, go out there.
Yeah, what was
just be on the bench and integrate into the squad. I'd rather have seen Charlie Patino on the bench and just say,
what was that youngster that played the other day, the 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid?
Yeah.
Didn't he come on, is it a Chelsea game? Ronell someone.
Ruel Waters.
That's him.
That's who, yeah.
You know, he could have been on the bench today.
I'd rather have just seen Ruel Waters. Hector Bellerin, you know, apparently they're going to tear up the contract. Do it. 100 grand a week. Just get rid of him.
Yeah, agreed.
You know.
So we're in agreement so far with Mari, Runarsson and Bellerin. Tavares has already gone to Marseille, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's done deal. He's number 30. He's their number 30 now.
What's your take on Maitland-Niles?
See, Maitland-Niles is going to cause problems because he's.
Shall I tell you my take on this guy?
Go on. I'm very interested.
His attitude stinks. He's lazy. He's full of ability, but at the same time, he doesn't want to put in the effort. And you can't get anywhere on just ability alone. You need the commitment. Your commitment has to be 100%. If Saka didn't have 100% commitment, Saka wouldn't be playing as where he is now. He's got to where he is on his commitment and his talent because they run both together. You can't have one without the other. I would rather have a 100% committed player with half the talent, but you can't have one without the other. It just doesn't work. Mesut Ozil just didn't have the commitment to go with his talent. Every now and he would do it. He would do it for so long, and then after that, it's kind of like he just couldn't be bothered. That's you know, Real Madrid bombed him out, Arsenal bombed him out, Fenerbahce bombed him out.
But listen, you can't knock Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil in his first years at Arsenal was phenomenal.
Yeah, no, not knocking him at all. I'm just saying when that commitment goes, that's the main thing in any footballer. That's the main thing. You've got to have commitment and you've got to be 100% committed. What was the thing that Sean Dyche used to say at Burnley? The minimum effort required is 100% commitment or something. That was his saying, and that's spot on true. You can't deny that.
So welcome, Bertram. Can you just have a little sound check?
Yeah, can you hear me, Tony?
Yep, loud and clear, buddy.
Hey, Gary, how you doing?
Hey, Stan.
I know it's very early there. Are you back in New York by the looks of the background?
I came back last night, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I took 2 weeks, which is not the norm here, but it was good. It's good.
Great. That's nice to know that you could, get yourself some off time because you work so hard.
Yeah, well, you have to have some playing time, so it's a good thing.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So, Bertram, welcome. What's your feelings, bro? I know you're dying to get into Gary, but before you get into Gary, let's talk about the game. What did you think of the game?
We're ready for Palace. Let's talk about the game. We're ready for Palace, and tough place to play, tough team to play against. They give the better team difficult time. They give City difficult time. And I'm concerned. The only concern I have is about Ben White against Zaha. That's my biggest concern. I just watch him get roasted a couple of times by the Sevilla player, and giving Zaha a chance to go behind our defense. Even though we have protection with Saliba on the right, which should help in terms of coverage, I'm not sure he had the fleet of foot to really recover if he gets beaten. But apart from that, our pressing is exceptional. So what Arteta has basically done is saying, you know what, I need quality in every position. Over time, I'm going to have two people competing for every position. That's being very obvious. And so what I do actually is I'm always matching for a team against City and Liverpool. That's what I match up against. I match up against everyone else. And man for man, are we there? In most positions, we're not for City, some for Liverpool. But getting closer. right? We're getting closer. Now, you can say Haaland versus Jesus. That's probably still a differential, even though Jesus is a very complete footballer. And just go through position by position. Because then you can think about, subsequent then, what about the coaching? What about the setup? How does it work as a team and blend? But I think we're making progress. Last year we came 5th, Tony, and I think we overachieved last year. I picked us to finish about 6th. This year, I think we'll be much better, barring injuries. But at least we're getting coverage in the various different positions. And look, the Sevilla wasn't in the game from the start, right? The pressing was exceptional. My only concern when we press is, which is better than previous years, which is when you press and they play the ball over the top, can you recover quick enough? Because you're going to have man-to-man in your defense when you press really high. Okay, if they beat the press like a City does, they get behind you, especially with a Haaland. But now we have Saliba and Gabriel, 2 beasts in the defense with speed, with physicality. It should allow us to really take more risk when we press. And I'm very encouraged by when you're up close, as you know, Tony and Gary, when you're at the game, it's a little bit different when on TV. So when I was in Orlando watching the game, I was extremely pleased with what I saw with the team. And it looks easy on the TV when you see Odegaard in the hole with 4 men around him making the right pass every single time almost. And that gives me encouragement to say, you know what? I think we're going to have an exceptional season, barring injuries. I do think we need to replace Xhaka with a Milinkovic-Savic, for example. He's a beast. We need a beast in the midfield beside Partey. And Partey hasn't shown, given he's about 35, 36, he can stay for the whole season. You know my view on Partey, which is not 29. Yeah. Sorry, he's not. So, not 29. He's not. He doesn't run 29. He doesn't run 29 anymore. It's not like it was at Atletico Madrid where he was dominating the midfield in terms of coverage. Not in terms of ball playing. In fact, his ball playing now is much better than I saw at Atletico Madrid, which is really interesting. Which means you wouldn't give him time on the ball and allow him to play freely. This is where I disagree with Gary about Pepe. Pepe at Lille, Pepe for Ivory Coast is not Pepe for Arsenal.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there, 100%.
And Pepe against Liverpool in the first game he played, we roasted Van Dijk and what's his name in the first game is not the Pepe we're seeing today. Because the freedom that I have, the latitude that I have, is not being afforded to me in Arteta. Because Arteta wants you to play in a certain way in his system, fit that in that bucket, fit in that system, the peg in that hole. He doesn't really fit it. And Gary, one thing I disagree with you, the Pepe from 2 years ago who played no defense, who didn't run back, is not the Pepe today. But what it does is take away from his game, because when I'm now asked to do more in terms of defense, and I'm an offensive player, just like how Ozil used to be, and I'm not given that latitude, then my game, my offensive game, because I don't want to make any mistake, is not the same.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But then if you look at Saka and Martinelli, their game is not affected by the work that they do tracking back.
Because
so that's why I say...
Yeah, but Gary, Saka came to the Arsenal system where the game has changed in the UK, where you got to play both ways. But Pepe was a star, like Ozil at Madrid. They don't have to play defense.
Yeah, but this is why I say it comes down to what's inside the player. It's the attitude of the player. If Martinelli comes from second division in Brazil and comes here and he shows his offensive thing and then he's asked to defend, the kid runs 90 minutes, 95 minutes, doesn't stop, backwards, forwards, tackling. It's not in every player. And I just personally, my personal opinion, I just don't think it's in Pepe. He wants to do the offensive side, which we all know he's good at and we all know he can do. But unfortunately, to play in Arteta's team, the other bit is required as well.
So, guys,
sorry, Tone, go on.
Gary, I want you to address this question in the chat. Can you see it from Samuel Ogunbaye? Yeah, because this relates to how Pepe and other players perform. Arteta needs management courses in human psychology, players, and team management, because we've just highlighted his inability to make substitutions at the correct time in a game and save players from burnout. Yeah, so that clearly relates to this thing. And what Samuel is saying is the human psychology part is How do you get inside the brain of a player with as much talent as Pepe and get him to perform? Because we know he can do it. Gary, talk to me about that.
Yeah, I was like we were saying, Tone. I was very disappointed with Arteta's substitutions today, leaving players on too long in a needless game that we'd already won. As for the psychology part, Samuel's right there because you're bringing on Nelson and Sambi with literally 2 minutes to go. That as a player, is that telling them, I don't trust you in this team. I don't trust you to play the way I want. Is the team going to be harmed by you coming on? So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. That could be demoralising to a player, especially when you see how well the team played and how everyone interchanged with everyone. Are these players now thinking, well, maybe I ain't good enough? Does the manager not rate me? I think he should have made wholesale changes at 65 minutes. We saw Saka go down with what could have been a very nasty injury. Thank God, touch wood, he's okay. But, that could have been a needless ankle break or bad sprain. 6 weeks out for what? For an Emirates Cup where we're already winning 4-0. But that's where Arteta, can you call him naive now? He's been a manager for, 3 years?
And there's a follow-on comment from 18 there that tells us that Arteta has already had these courses. But I find it strange that he still suffers from the psychological part of managing players. Bertrand, what do you think?
I think it's deliberate. So I think there's some managers who say, I don't want weak people on my team. And I think Pep is probably like that. I think Arteta learns a lot from Pep and vice versa, by the way. I think they're basically saying, if you're not good enough, you're just not good enough. I'm not babysitting you. You have to go. I'm going to get the best players and play them. And they need to have the mental strength and the skill set to play my team. I think if you don't conform to his way, you're gone. So the way you're going to do is, you're Bamian, whatever it is, it's my way or the highway. It's like a Ferguson mentality. It's what Ferguson did with some of his players like Beckham, who we got rid of when they were conforming to what he needs to be his norm. And if you don't fit into the mold I think you should be, like a Pepe doesn't fit into his game in terms of how we think players should play, he's not going to visit you. He's going to get rid of you. And Gwendy is a perfect example. When you're young, 20, you can kind of manage them because they're going to be impetuous and young. He didn't have allowance for that. In fact, as a Premier League manager, you don't have time for that sometimes because he doesn't have the stature and the pedigree like a Pep to make mistakes and get away with it. Because Pep make them every year in the Champions League and get away with it. He probably think he's going to be fired, so I have to do it now. I have fans who don't have patience, and I have to get the best team, work as a team seamlessly. I don't think his thing is team management. I think it's game management. His game management is not team management, right? His game management leaves a lot to be desired.
I think they're both. I think they overlap each other. I think in a game, an important game, like take for example against Palace, if we're 1-0 up with 20 minutes to go, you're inclined not to make changes. If we're 4-0 up with 20 minutes to go, you can afford to make a couple of changes. It may be in the attacking half of the field, rather than you're not going to change the defense.
Game management, right? There's a game management and man management. So how do I treat people? Management.
Yeah, but do you not think it's the same thing? So today, like I just said, today 4-0 up, 65 minutes in a pointless game. Why would you not give some confidence to some of the bench players, like your Pepe, instead of giving him 15 minutes, give him half an hour. Let him go on and think to myself, well, look, the manager's give me half hour here, not the manager's give me 15 minutes. It's the same. To me, game management and man management overlaps each other.
No, but I was saying, the person said team management, and I'm saying it's man management and game management. I don't know how you consider team management, because my philosophy is you're managing people and you're managing the game. And Pepe's psychology needs to be massaged, right? Some players you got to take more time out with. some staff you got to take more time with, nurture them. You understand their sensitivity. You understand their personality. We all different in terms of how we engage, how we receive messages. I don't think he does that really well. Here's the thing, which is very interesting. He has his favorites. So William was a favorite, and he failed miserably. Xhaka is a favorite. You ever hear him call out Xhaka? He called out Pepe after the Leeds game. His assistant called out Pepe for a more recent game. He never calls out certain players, but he roasts Pepe in the press. He doesn't roast Xhaka in the press.
So let me throw something in, because 18 has made a point down below about this in terms of the way that Ferguson and Pep basically the way they operate is the way they operate, and you either accept it or you move on. Couple of points. Mikel Arteta under Pep was seen as a mastermind, working one-to-one with the likes of Jesus, with the likes of Sterling, with the likes of Mahrez, etc. You know, he worked in the background to allow players to develop and become great players. What has stopped?
I'm not sure it stopped though. I think Odegaard, I think Saka, I think Martinelli, I think Smith Rowe. I think he worked with those Pepe. He just Pepe's 26, 27. At some point, he's gonna say, you know what? There's no way I can change this player and how he's learned to play. It's hard to change habits that you have, which seem not to be able to be. I think he's made his mind up on Pepe. That's how I view it. I don't think it's because he doesn't coach. I think he does coach people. And you can see the Odegaard. Look at his case, 2024, he's the captain. Right? He doesn't have the history of Arsenal like some other players may do. I mean, though we don't have a ton of players who have the history of Arsenal because most of them are new, frankly. And some are too young, like a Saka or Smith Rowe. Or Tierney, who can't stay on the field. So I do think he assesses players, make a decision on them, and he moves forward. I think he's ruthless. Bielsa is ruthless. Pep is ruthless. So is Ferguson. Some managers are ruthless. It's not like for Real Madrid who would ask his players who I should change, which I find very funny. Those coaches, right? Ancelotti, who is a player manager who leverages veteran players to make a decision. Arteta I call him a dictator. He's a dictator.
But that's what you have to be successful. You have to have that ruthless streak about you. Ferguson had it. Wenger must have had it because he wouldn't have been so successful. You know, Mourinho, they've all the top managers, they have this ruthless streak where if you're not performing, you can't be in the team.
I think Wenger was different though. I think Wenger was different. In fact, I think that was Wenger's downfall. So when Wenger had brilliant players and because his management style, it worked really well. When the players weren't as good and he applied that same standard, it didn't work. Example, he gives certain players like Ozil. You hear the complaints about Ozil in the background from players. Like Ozil was afforded so much latitude, it became ridiculous. When Arteta came in, and to a lesser extent Emery, they weren't having it with Ozil. They're like, we can't play you because you don't play defense. You want special treatment. You don't want to go to Stoke to play. You want to go to Stoke or up north to play. You want to play in the environment. We're not having it. Right? Wenger afforded them that. It's a different situation. So, yeah.
So, guys, I want to ask a question. If you read this comment below, Bertram has complained about this in the past, but it's not going to change. Some Man City fans are frustrated with Pep for the same thing. It won't change. So here's my question. Who's the better manager out of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp?
I would always say Klopp. Because I say two things. Klopp does more with less, and all the players value Klopp as a person. You never hear the player come and hit out against Klopp as a person. You hear that with Torre against Guardiola. You hear that Abramovich against Guardiola. Now, some of these are challenging personalities, but a number of players hit out against Pep for different reasons. Have you ever heard anyone hit out against Klopp? Player, not necessarily media, but player? Never. And he's done more with less.
Gary, what do you say?
I would lean towards Klopp as well, basically for the same reasons as Bertram, to be honest. But here's a question. If Arteta was considered the mastermind with the players at City, is Pep Guardiola all that he's cut up to be?
We will never know about Pep because Pep will never take a team with lesser talent.
That's
That's what I'm
100%
saying.
agree with him.
Could Pep have come to Arsenal and taken the team that Arteta's took and done what Arteta's done to this point right now? I don't think he could have.
I don't know if he can coach lesser talent. There's some people are like, right? I don't think he can coach lesser talent. That's my view. And
I don't think it's about coaching lesser talent. I think it's about could he come into a team and like what Arteta's done and say, right, you're gone.
Oh no, from day one, you have to change it quicker because you would have to do so.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's checkbook manager. You know, Arteta's done it, so to speak, like the hard way. I don't think Pep could have done it. I think Klopp could have done it.
Sorry, we spent £450 million since 2019. Arteta's done it the Pep way. We spent £450 million. He done the Pep way.
But what I'm saying is, City are a team of superstars. Yes, Arteta spent money in every, but he's also bought Saka through, Smith Rowe through.
Yeah,
you know,
Martinelli, etc.
Martinelli. The youth has come through and it's cost nothing. Yes, we're going to add the signings, but I mean, he hasn't gone and spent 100 million on like Pep did on Grealish, and then that didn't work out. So then he went and spent another 60 million on Haaland, another 50 million on Calvin Phillips. You know, it's a different budget.
I disagree with you, Gary. He didn't bring Saka through. Emery brought Saka through, playing left back, then rotate up to being playing up front. So maybe he changed the position. Smith Rowe was playing at Huddersfield and was playing really well. Had to bring him in. Martinelli came in under Emery, didn't he? He didn't come in on the. So those players showed their ability in training. He spent a lot. We spent the most money in Europe so far, right? 110, whatever it is. We spent the most money, I think, last year, 140 plus. We've been spending money. That's, you know why I took the name Stan Kroenke? I took the name Stan Kroenke because I disagree with the narrative that we don't spend money.
You're right.
You have to spend money. You have to spend money to get the players in that you need.
No,
you're not going to compete with into the top six on a shoestring budget. It's impossible nowadays because every team, even the Palaces, the Villas, they're all going to spend a certain amount of money, and if you don't spend, you fall behind. Because that's what is the reason that the Premier League is the strongest league in the world, and any team can turn over any team. It's that because every team is getting stronger year by year by year.
So here's our problem, Gary. It's not about spending one thing. It's about how well I spend my money.
Yes, and exactly. I think you spend very well.
When I buy an asset, is it a house or a car I'm buying? Because a car depreciates, a house appreciates. We buy cars, a lot of cars. Sanchez was a car, even though it was great for us. Oz was a car. Mustafa was a car. Socrates was a car. Sterling is not a car. Jesus is not a car. Zinchenko is not a car. City, apart from Sterling, who was probably net off, they made money on Jesus. They made money on Zinchenko. They made money on Torres. We don't make money on any player. Aubameyang was 50-something million. Laka was 50-something million. Oz was 40-something million. They're all being given away for free, or we made no return on them.
Yeah, but Bertram, that's someone at the club's fault. This is Arsenal's fault. Whoever is in charge of these transfer dealings, whether it's buying or selling, is needs to be sacked. And you need that Daniel Levy type character that says, if you want this player, it's 25 million or it's 30 million. Who would sell? Who was the player that we asked peanuts for?
We asked Guendouzi was 9 million.
We gave
Guendouzi was 9 million. Mavropanos was 3 million. Ridiculous numbers.
That's what I'm
Mavropanos was doing really well in Germany. Yeah.
I can understand. I can understand Aubameyang and Ozil getting them off the wage bill. £350,000 a week is a lot of money, but you're going to give them to Barcelona just as a favour. There you go, Barca. Take Aubameyang. We don't want any money for him. We'll even pay towards his wages just to get him off the wage bill. It's ludicrous, and it's got to stop. Arsenal have not had a successful guy at the helm since David Dean left in the transfer dealings, And for a club the size of Arsenal, it is absolutely a joke what goes on there.
I agree.
And I agree
Definitely
as well.
with that one.
Guys, let's move the conversation on. I got a pet peeve. Kyle Saka taking penalties. I don't like it.
Is this because of the Euros?
It's because of the Euros.
It's not. Look at the penalty today. He doesn't find the corner.
But did he find the net? Did he find the net?
Can I be 100% confident that Bukayo Saka will continue to always find the net based on what he did at the Euros and the fact that he doesn't find corners? If there's a guy down the road, yeah, who I can 99.9% be certain he'll score his penalties, and that's Harry Kane. And the reason I feel so certain he'll always score his penalties go into the side netting every time. Can I be trusted with Bukayo Saka to take penalties for Arsenal?
So not only going to the side netting, Tony, it goes at pace. It goes at pace, Tony. When he takes a penalty, there's no saving occurring. If you touch it you try to touch the keeper, he's still going to force you into the net. I don't know. I think Saka got this latitude now. Look, when you now become a star, Tony, you see with Odegaard taking free kick instead of Pepe, you then get in certain latitude. The manager gave you the confidence, and we don't necessarily have a penalty taker per se on the team. Think about the players. But when we had Laka and Aubameyang and Pepe, those are your penalty takers. None of them are on the field anymore. So is it Martinelli? Is it Jesus? Is it Odegaard? There's no true penalty taker there. But am I confident about Saka? No, still not. To me, Saka can't do.
I don't care who takes the penalty so long as they go in.
Yeah, but Saka.
To me, I'm letting Jesus take them every day, all day.
I don't know. I mean, he didn't take them City, did he? But then again, Tony, here's a stat, Tony. Gary, here's a stat for you, Gary. What you guys should think about. Can we beat Pepe? Look at Jesus' scoring stat. I think he scored 59 goals in 159 games, I think, if I'm not wrong, for City. He scored 54 in 99 start. You know how much he scored as a substitute? About 5 in 59 or 5 in 60. So we talk about Pepe not producing. Look at how Jesus played for Arsenal, because he's the starter, which means I go on the field, I know I'm playing, I know I'm confident, and if I lose the ball, nothing happens to me. Pepe only comes on for 20 minutes and we say, well, he hasn't produced anything. Look at Jesus playing a City team, a better team with better players, scoring 1 in like 10 as a substitute and 1 in 2 as a starter. Those things I look at to assess players, and I think it's unfair how we treat Pepe versus how we treat an afford player. Like at Saka today, for example. Everyone on this forum and our forums out here says Saka is always double and triple team. No, he's not. He gets the ball, he slows the plays down, the defense recovers, and then he doesn't go to that side with one-on-one situation. He doesn't dip left and go right. He slows the ball down every single time. Now, he always makes the right decision most time when he lets the ball go, but he brings the defense to him. Now, you could say bring the defense to him, he creates more opportunities for others, but he creates those situations for himself in terms of his slow of going. He doesn't run by defenders. That's why I wanted Rafinha. You pick it up, you make a decision, like how Martinelli does sometimes. Now, Martinelli lost money on the ground. He's always looking for something on the ground versus holding his head up first. But as a winger, you got to commit the defender. Commit the defender and make a decision. Look at what he does. Slows it down. Puts on his left foot and slows it down. I'm telling you, watch the games.
I'm sorry, Bertram. I'm not having that.
Okay.
I do have to counter that argument, though, because Saka scored 2 goals, Martinelli scored none.
No. I'm not saying Martinelli. I said about Martinelli. He's always looking at the ground. He never looks up. Saka looks up. Martinelli doesn't. That's the 2 differences. Martinelli looks.
I'll give you that. Martinelli is. Sometimes Martinelli runs down that blind alley because he's head down and he's running, and a little bit of overkill, where he's already beat the guy and he wants to come back, and instead of just driving, get past that guy and drive into the box.
How many times Saka run by his defender? Just pick it up and run by his defender. How many times Saka does that in the game?
But here's a question for you, Bertram. Right, so Pepe played. What was the game? Was it Chelsea when Reece Nelson scored? the other day?
No,
Orlando City.
Orlando City, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Orlando City,
So-
yeah.
Pepe played majority of that game. Didn't do a lot. Did hardly anything.
Gary, Pepe's
Nelson-
lost.
Hold on. Nelson came on. Nelson came on. Now, going by what you just said, yeah, Pepe gets 20 minutes here, and we're all saying he hasn't done nothing. Nelson came on, got 15 minutes in that game, scored a goal,
Right.
and always looked like he wanted the ball and used the ball really well. So
So in the previous season, Pepe started about 28 games. He scored 10 goals in the Premier League. 10 goals in the Premier League. Saka scored 9 in the Premier League last year, starting over 30-something games. So all I'm saying is, sometimes a player who's a star, it's difficult when they go on the bench and their head is not in the game a lot of times, and it's hard to recover. He's lost. We should sign him to an extension, loan him on the Premier League for a year and see what he does, and bring him back so we can get some money for him. Because right now his value is at its lowest, and if we sell him more than 20 million
30 million. I would take 30 million for him right now.
for him, you won't get more than 20 for him.
Well, 20. I would take 20, and I would drive him wherever he wants to go.
Look,
I won't even charge him petrol money.
I understand his sentiment. I watch him against France in the friendly. I'm telling you, there's a player in there.
I know. I wholeheartedly agree that there is a player there, but he just is not cut out. In my opinion, he's not cut out for the Premier League.
No, I understand that. Some players aren't.
Season, yeah, his first season or the second season when he scored the 11 goals or whatever it was, or 8, or however many goals it was, he looked like he could finally, the penny had finally dropped. And then as quick as it came, it went.
No, but also you got to think about when it went for him, Saka emerged. So there's a difference there, right? So
that should push you on even more, no? That should push you on even more to think,
so well.
Better than me.
Yeah, look, a new manager came in. First of all, he wasn't Emirates' choice. He's had some tough time. He wasn't Emirates' choice, and he's not Arteta's flavor, right? Because Emery wanted Zaha. He didn't want Pepe. They forced Pepe on him. And then when Arteta came in, he wasn't Arteta's cup of tea. Probably wasn't Lumber's cup of tea either, but Lumber played him. So, look, I think there's a player there, but I can understand fans' perspective, which is we need a change. Now, here's the question I would have asked you. If Rafinha came in, what would happen to Saka?
Nothing. Saka would still start.
I think, on the right or on the left?
On the right with Martinelli on the left.
No. Rafinha would start over Saka any day.
Nah, I don't see that. I don't see that.
Come on.
Sorry, mate. No, I'm not having it. I would agree. I would agree with you. I would agree with you. But if I don't think that's it, I'm never going to change my mind.
Tony, you think Saka will start over Rafinha?
No.
No day of the week. That's why Rafinha's at Barcelona. That's why Barcelona get him. They have Dembele playing. They have Fasu. They have all these players. They still went for Rafinha. That's how much they value him.
Saka for me starts.
Bias for Saka.
What would have been interesting? What would have been interesting had we signed Rafinha is that Saka wouldn't have had to play 38 games.
No, he'd have played 10. I played a left.
However it would have gone, you could have had the squad rotation, so there's not too much workload on any given player. You could leave Martinelli out, you could move Saka to the left, Rafinha to the right.
It doesn't do rotation.
Well, no, Tony, I think he probably will do rotation like Pep, but it will be that every player is interchangeable. So like City, if you're a City team, you have to do rotation because you're going to have unhappy players. Yeah. Like you see with Sterling and with Jesus, you have to do rotation. The question is, how well does the rotation work? How much games do I get? Do I get 20 games or do I get 5 games or 7 games or 8 games?
Yeah, that's the difference. But what hampered us at the back end of last season was the clear out he done in January and not bringing anybody in because that overloaded the workload of Saka's, the Smith Rowes and the Odegaard. And they run out, I think in some parts they kind of run out of steam towards the end of the season because they had been playing week in, week out. And there wasn't the replacements there that could have come on and give Saka a breather for 20 minutes a game or someone else to start instead of Martinelli, so that was a big thing that Arteta done, and let's face facts, he got it wrong. He got it.
Okay,
He got it.
I'm
badly wrong.
have to interject.
I disagree. I disagree.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
I think we would have got
disagree.
fourth had we gone and signed some players in January.
He went for Vlasic, and he didn't get Vlasic. And he said, if I'm going to buy you, you have to, I'm going to use my own term, you have to be able to compete with who I have, and you have to have sell-on value. Because I'm not buying you.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
So listen up, guys. I'm going to try to curtail some of this now because, you know, look, we've had a great afternoon. We've enjoyed the football. I do have another engagement to attend. So I do want to give everybody who has been in the chat, because it's been quite busy, actually. So I'm just going to go through the chat. If you feel the need to come in. So where do we go? Stylistic. Just wanted to say welcome into the chat. I did see you a bit earlier. Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting 6 today. Samuel made a point after his initial point saying leading 4-0 in a friendly and still keeping your players on like Saka. Why?
Yeah, that's exactly what we were saying.
Yeah. Everyone likes to crap on Arteta's tactics like other managers don't do the same thing. It's hilarious. Let's not get into it, guys. Let's not get into it. Samuel again says leading 4-0 on friendly and still keeping them Saka like those will play on Friday on the field. 18 said Xhaka will cost us vital points. That much has been proven.
Nah.
I'm going to quickly just say on that, and I don't want to go into it too much because I've still got loads of comments to address. But what I will say is Xhaka is less likely to cost vital points based on where he's now being positioned on the pitch. But I will agree with this point. Xhaka has to be replaced by Zinchenko. Please put a poll up just so that I can keep my sanity. I don't know how to do that, but I will mention that to Apollo, and I do agree with you. I believe that once Tierney is fit, Zinchenko, with the balls that he was playing today, he's an automatic fit for our midfield. We've addressed that one already. Lee Flanagan, thank you for your comment. Maybe they should change and work harder in training. You know, I'm sure they're going through some very hard training anyway. 18 then comes in with loads of comments. Liverpool and Man City play their players for 70 minutes and nobody says anything.
18, we're talking about pre-season.
Yeah. Bircham has
And the fact that we win, and the fact that we was also winning 4-0.
4-0, yeah. And we have a game next Friday. Come on.
Exactly.
So on this one, Arsenal have made improvements based on how Arteta is. Some fans see it as a curse, and others have seen it as a benefit.
He spent £300 million in the last 2 windows, almost £300 million. He should make improvements. Sorry.
So what I'm going to say is, Arteta is clearly the gift and the curse because, yes, we see wonderful things. Today's performance is Arteta 10 out of 10. However, is certain aspects of today's game management in terms of when you make your substitution, give you the other side of the coin. And also the fact that we're in a position where I don't see us getting the best out of Reece Nelson. I don't see us getting the best out of Sambi Lokonga. I think he used him quite well in some of the earlier friendlies, but you know, I question how he's going to utilize Lokonga.
One question for you, Tony and Gary. Is Arteta the best backed manager in Arsenal's history? In his first 3 seasons?
Easily.
Yes, I would say. And that's without having to hand whatever Wenger was given. But don't forget, back then, prices were a lot different.
I might caveat it, actually. Because Wenger's first 2 seasons, he didn't get financially rewarded with the types of money, but the quality of the players
No. I mean, he inherited good players, Tony. So maybe the backing was need to be less financially. He inherited good players, right?
Yeah, but how much did we pay for Vieira when he first came? Was it, if you tried to buy Vieira today, you'd have to spend 80 million, 90 million pounds to get Vieira.
Good scouting. It was good scouting. And Henry, look at Henry, for example. It was good scouting. As Juventus failing, come here and start.
Well, Thierry Henry, 11 million, weren't it? 40 million, one of the two.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't get back, yeah. In his early years. He didn't get back in his latter years.
I mean, don't forget, a lot of the players that we had then, you couldn't buy now. There wouldn't be enough money to go and buy a Robert Pires or a Thierry Henry.
True.
Or Dennis Bergkamp. 7.5 million for Bergkamp.
What you've got to consider, though, Gary, is Pires wasn't tearing up trees in his club before he came to Arsenal. Neither was
Henry wasn't. Vieira was in the French team. Yeah, Vieira was there. But Henry wasn't. Pires was. None of them weren't. They were good players, but they weren't tearing up where they were. He had the talent. He had the eye for talent. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And all the French players want to come to Arsenal anyway because he was here.
But he also used the market that he knew, being French.
Yes.
That's why we had 7 or 8 French players, and Edu's doing the same now with Brazil.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Cool, gentlemen. It's been amazing. It's absolutely been amazing. And my weekend is certainly prepared to enjoy. Hopefully, the ladies, especially those who represent Arsenal in Beth Mead and I've forgotten her name.
Leah Williamson, that's it. We'll
continue the success tomorrow in the final of the ladies European Championship in their game against Germany. I will definitely be watching that game because England have been playing really well.
So I'll say something on that, which is England are great at being runners up. Don't break that trend now.
Kick him out.
By the way, Spain run you off the pitch. I'm born.
What was the result at the end?
No. I'll agree with that. So can you be lucky twice? Because Germany doesn't give up goals. Germany doesn't give up goals. Right?
There's a great adage in football, Bertrand, that says the only thing that matters is what's in the top left-hand corner when that final whistle blows. Yeah?
No, doesn't matter. I would rather England win than Germany, but you have a trend and it's a theme, and you're going to break that theme. It's going to be hard to do against Germany.
It gets broken. It gets broken tonight, or I will appear on here in a full Spurs kit. You heard it first.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've gone through the comments. Quick question for the two of you guys. Do we get him or do we not?
I say I prefer Savic, even though he doesn't have good value. I am a Savic disciple. And if you want to play Man City and Liverpool out of the park or compete with them, you got to go better than Tielemans. Savic is a total footballer. 27, old, but for 60 mil. But if you're going to spend 60 on Rafinha, where's that 60 mil? You go spend it on Savic.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, Bertram. There, I think if we wanted to sign Tielemans, he would have already been with us.
Yeah.
I don't see that there's like with the likes of Maitland-Niles, maybe you're going to move on, but there's no other central midfielder there that you're going to sell. You're not going to sell Lokonga.
Nope.
Xhaka is not going to be sold. He's a senior pro, and in my opinion, very important to the team, whether he's playing or not. So he's not going to be sold. So there's only really Maitland-Niles that you're going to sell in that position. So I think Tielemans would have been there already. Savic is the man.
Very quickly again, very quick answers, guys. Yes or no? Do you pull the trigger?
Yes.
Yes for 40 mil or less. No, it's over 40 mil.
Okay,
yeah,
thank
agreed.
you very much. I think this is an easy one. Do you pull the trigger on this?
No, not for me. 60 million, no thanks.
I don't think he's recovered from that ACL. He's not been the same player since the ACL. The player before the ACL was unplayable. This one, sometimes ACL take 2 to 3 years. I see with Walcott, with other players like a Bellerin. After ACL injuries, they've not been the same players. So I don't know. No, Neto, no. Unless it's 10 million. Unless it's
Yeah,
10
Neto for 10 million. Yeah, I'd take. I would take for 10 million. Yeah, anything over 15, no thanks.
No, I don't think so.
Right, so that's it done. Thank you very much, gents. Enjoy the rest
My
of
pleasure.
your weekend. Thanks a lot, Gary. I hope
Have a nice day, all.
Again.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to.
And I was saying before you go, Tony, I see that AFTV now appreciates fans in America, that we actually know we're talking about football, and we're as passionate as a British fan. So Arsenal needs to start playing a few games outside the UK, because we have more fans outside the UK than we have in the UK. I know people in the UK think that's heresy, but it should be, because your brand is global, and do like the NFL do, act global.
I'm just glad you called it football and not soccer. I was about to hang up straight away.
Guys, thank you very much. Everyone
My pleasure, guys.
Thank you,
all right, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bless up.
Bye.